Hey friend, it's Asher, and today this episode is not business as usual. It's a conversation that I wish someone had with me years ago before I quit my job, before I built my business, before I realized that the 9 to 5 wasn't maybe necessarily broken, but maybe it just wasn't built for me, or maybe I wasn't built for it. And you might be the same way. So here's my offer today. If you've been feeling the cracks in your career, the tension between what pays your bills and what fuels your soul, then this episode is for you, because maybe the problem isn't you, maybe it's the system. Welcome, Daydreamer. This is the Living Your Daydream podcast, and in this show, we quest together through seasons of life and business. I'm Asher James, a photographer, filmmaker, and creative business mentor, and my hope is that this show helps you settle into a place of peace and comfort in a world that attempts to distract us from what really matters, setting a healthy foundation for us to take big action on our goals and to achieve the life we've always dreamed of. As you listen, I invite you to join in on conversations with me that I have with industry friends, reflect on new ideas and inspirations, and apply this knowledge to design a life that I and you have always dreamed of. This is the Living Your Daydream podcast. Okay, so I'm going to break this episode down into 3 acts or chapters, if you will. So Act 1 is all about the lie that we're sold, or the lie that we're told growing up. For a long time, the story was simple. Go to college, get a good job, show up, move up, retire with enough, right? But in 2025, that story is starting to show its cracks. Google is laying people off. The IRS has cut 2,000 jobs. Tech companies are downsizing left and right. And yet companies are still calling people back to the office, forcing these return to office mandates like it's 2018 and nothing's changed. So we're told we should feel lucky to have a job, but inside something feels off, doesn't it? Like you work hard, you play by the rules, and still you're wondering if the game was ever designed with you in mind. Act 2. Let's talk about polyworking. I want to introduce this word that you might already be using to describe your life, or you might already be doing, but maybe you don't have a word for that yet. Polyworking. It's more than just a trend. It's not a hustle culture buzzword. It's the quiet revolution of people like you, like me, who are choosing to build lives that don't fit inside one job description. Polyworking means you're juggling multiple roles. Maybe you're a wedding photographer and a part-time designer at your job. Or maybe you're a full-time designer, right? Maybe you're a corporate employee and a small business owner, like an Etsy shop. A stay-at-home parent and a copywriter on Fiverr or Upwork. It's not always glamorous, but it's real. And it's growing. A 2014 study showed that over 40% of US workers have at least 2 income streams. And that number is only going up. So why? Because people are realizing that depending on one paycheck, one employer, one algorithm, one market isn't safe anymore. So here's what no one tells you. Polyworking isn't just about security, it's about agency, variety, and creative freedom. It's the freedom to say, yes, I'm good at more than one thing. And no, I don't need to monetize everything, but I can choose to monetize what I want. And most importantly, I'm not waiting to be offered a seat at the table. I'm building my own table. Okay? So, Act 3. This is a quick episode. I'm just giving it to you straight. It's a lot. Act 3, right? To think about everything so far. So let's have some real talk. I know what you're thinking. You're saying, Asher, this sounds exhausting. And yeah, it can be. Polyworking without boundaries is just burning out or a side hustle culture with better branding, But when it's designed intentionally, that is where I think some magic can happen. So think of it like this. If you're building a house, would you only want one beam holding it up? Or would you want a structure with multiple supports? So if one shifts, the whole thing doesn't come down on top of you. It doesn't collapse, right? Here's another example from a farm example I've given in the past. If you're a farmer, right? If you're a farmer, you aren't going to want to grow just one type of crop. You're going you're going to want to have a few different crops so that if blight hits one of them, you still have more crops to tend to and to sell to your distributors. That is what polyworking gives you. Multiple supports, multiple ways to express who you are and what you offer to the world. And if you're listening to this while you're editing photos, maybe you're writing emails or filling out client invoices, guess what? You're probably already doing it and you're closer than you think. So Act 4 is we're going to design your creative exit strategy from either the job that you're in or maybe the life that you've been living, and you want to get to a place where you have more agency, more creativity, positivity in your life. So let's talk about how to build that bridge. The on-ramp from your right now to what's next. Here's how I see it. This is the exit strategy in just 3 steps. The first one is daydream design. This is something I've been developing, something I'm talking about at my upcoming workshop called No Backup Plan. I did this, and so for some people, this might also be for you. Contrary to maybe what I've said before, keep your job or your anchor gig for stability. Use that income to fund your freedom. Meanwhile, I want you to carve out some consistent time each week to build your side business, to take on clients, to experiment, to play, to learn. Don't just fall into the trap of waiting until it's ready or perfect. That's where your daydream is going to go to die. I want you to start messy. I want you to start visibly. I want people to know what you're working on. And I want you to start right now. So now we're going to build that base. This is step 2. So now that your side hustle is rolling, I want you to focus on the infrastructure. Get your systems in place, know your numbers, understand your capacity. I want you to figure out your minimum viable freedom number. maybe that's not 6 figures, but maybe it's what you actually need to live comfortably and creatively, right? So what is the minimum amount that you need to be making per month? And I mean, when I say comfortably and creatively, I mean comfort within reason. I want to encourage you to take a little risk and to challenge yourself, because that challenge is what's going to get you up in the morning. Step 3 is to take that leap, okay? When your business consistently meets or exceeds that number, or maybe you're not quite there yet, but you trust yourself to take the lead, it's time to go. Not in a blaze of rage, quitting glory, but in a quiet, bold decision. This is mine now, right? So maybe you put in that 2-week notice. Maybe it's 2 months. I don't know. Back when I was quitting my 9 to 5, I put in a 2-month notice. So I didn't feel pressured or ashamed of leaving. I could slowly exit that, right? I could share how excited I was about this new opportunity without burning any of the bridges or leaving my coworkers hung out to dry. And not that I believe in backup plans, but I don't believe in bridge burning either. So I think it's better to leave things in a position that you could come back to if you wanted to, while not really thinking about that at all. Leaving your job isn't the goal. Burning it down isn't the goal. Living on your purpose is. So this is the exact framework that I'm teaching and that I've been developing for my very first workshop. And I want to take a minute to tell you a little bit about this thing that I've been building behind the scenes. It's something that has been simmering with me for months. I started writing it last year, and I'm really excited to share it with you. So it's called No Backup Plan, and it's not just going to be an event. It's going to be your call to action. Okay. So let's rewind for a second. A few months ago, I was having a conversation with a friend, and then she asked me, like, what are you noticing in other people? And I was thinking about creatives, business owners, freelancers, people just like me, and the same themes kept surfacing that I was thinking about: burnout, lack of clarity, and a feeling of being in motion but not really moving forward. So one night I was sitting in my living room, kind of frustrated, kind of inspired, and I just ended up writing. I ended up writing what would become No Backup Plan, because I think for so many of us, that's what we've committed to, whether we've admitted it out loud or not. We're not trying to go backwards. We're not trying to hedge our bets. We're building the thing because we have to. Because it's the thing. It's our one thing. And that's what this workshop is all going to be about. So what is No Backup Plan? It's a one-night in-person event Thursday, July 17th, downtown Duluth, here at my studio in the Bagley building. We're going to come together, creatives, founders, dreamers, doers, people just like you, side hustlers, and we're going to do 3 things. We're going to get honest about where we're at and what's not working. We're going to declare one big, unreasonable goal that we're going to pursue for the next 12 weeks. And then we're going to build a plan to actually make that happen. So this isn't a 5-year vision casting. This isn't New Year's resolutions. It's about choosing your next step and making it count. So I'm going to be walking you through my Daydreamer 12 framework, something that I've been using to grow my own business over the last 5 years. And it's going to help you launch your new offer. It's going to help you stay grounded through those chaotic seasons. You're going to leave this workshop with a goal, a plan, and a renewed sense of focus. And then we're going to celebrate. So there's going to be a DJ. We're going to have some drinks, connection, intention. It's going to be part strategy, part soul, and part party. Okay. So right now, early bird tickets are just $7. You can go ahead and grab those down in the description below. Those will expire on Sunday, June 22nd. So if you're listening to this after that, tickets are $27. Still down the link below. And there's only 50 spots total. And as of right now, when I'm recording this, we've already sold about 10 of those. So make sure that you go and grab one of those remaining ones. So if you've been waiting to sign up, this is your sign to take that next step, to stop overthinking and to just start. So this is it. So head to the first link down in the description below to grab your ticket. Bring a friend. You can buy 4 tickets at checkout total if you wanted to. I want you to show up as you are, and let's make it happen, okay, on purpose and together. Because when you stop playing small, when you stop hedging, when you act like there's no backup plan, that's where everything is going to shift for you. So here's part 5 to kind of bring things home. The future of work is personal. So here's the takeaway. We're not going backwards. The 9 to 5 as it used to be is not coming back. Maybe the most powerful thing you can do in 2025 is build a life and a career that's resilient, diversified, and deeply yours. And if you're going to work hard, it might as well be for something that you believe in. So my friend, that's it. That is today's episode. And I hope that it stirred something in you. If you're sitting there with a little fire in your chest or a little knot in your stomach, I want you to listen to that. This isn't just a podcast episode, okay? It's your invitation. It's your reminder that you don't have to fit into a role that was never made for you. You get to dream. You get to design that dream from scratch. One gig, one offer, one decision at a time. And you know this. I'm here for it, and I'm here to help you. So if you want help mapping your own creative exit strategy, hit me up on Instagram, or better yet, sign up for No Backup Plan, my workshop coming in July of 2025. And when you sign up, you can send me an email and let me know what you're working on. I read every single one, and I can't wait to help you build that daydream. So thanks for being here. Thanks for choosing yourself, and thanks for believing in the kind of life that doesn't require permission. Until next time, keep on dreaming.